This week on the Saturday Doobie Feature, you might want to call us demigods because we're going to smoke some pot and talk about Moana.
And get high like the gods.
Welcome back to the Saturday Doobie Feature. I'm your host, Justin.
And I am Derrick Scott.
We are so excited to be here today because we are talking about one of our favorite films, Moana.
Oh, I love Moana.
I love Moana too. Is that weird?
No.
No?
No.
I mean, they probably
Kinda.
It's a little weird, but I mean, like, this is Disney. They obviously paid a lot of money to make sure that it was something that also in some way appealed to us. You know, this is a big... This movie had, like, before we get into the movie, obviously we're going to talk about the cannabis that we got here in front of us. We also were smoking on the lemon cookies from last week, but we got some really nice crumble from New Amsterdam Naturals that we're going to take some dabs of on the High Five vape. Why don't you, if you want to start taking the dab, you know I'm going to get into my, like, Ebert and Roper complaints about the movie right now.
It's a big dab right
Not
there.
Not complaints at all. Yeah, please, please. That's how we do it here on the Dabby Feature. No, the, Moana had like 4 directors, 4 writers, but it really only had one writer and director if you think about it, the mouse, you know, Mickey Mouse, because this is a Disney movie through and through, but a real hallmark, like, classic Disney movie, because Ron Clements, John Musker, the two the directors who teamed up together, they're responsible for Little Mermaid, Hercules, Great Mouse Detective, not in the same level, you know, whatever, but Princess and the Frog, another great movie.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, there is so much of like a quality team of talent behind this movie. Plus, they brought in Lin-Manuel Miranda, like so hot off his Hamilton vibe, to come on in, does some of the music. You know, I'm not afraid of... Do you have your water?
Sorry, I'm about to shapeshift over here.
It's all good. I'm ready to continue. I was just letting the transformation happen like Maui, you know? You're shapeshifting like Maui.
I told you I was a demigod, man. I told you.
See, I'm going to take mine too. We got a large little dab right here. Like, what's your favorite song in Moana? We were honestly unironically listening to the soundtrack earlier today. Granted, it's like 100 degrees in Los Angeles, so it's like in that island vibe, you know? But like, what's your favorite song?
I kind of look like a melted milk dud right now, but... Never mind that. My favorite song? I don't know. I would probably say the chicken was my favorite character.
Well, yeah. It's really... Shout out to Disney for giving up a bulimic character in the movie, you know, with an eating disorder. That was really...
They're really
so brave.
Shooting out there, really. Yeah.
So brave. You also have Jermaine Clement singing a song in this movie off Flight of the Conchords. That's what I'm saying. It's a confluence of talented people.
It's just a classic Disney movie. It has all the ingredients. It has the cake, the frosting, the candles.
Sprinkles. It's got a little sprinkles in there, too.
Take a slice out.
You're playing The Rock against character type. So, like, Moana's on her island in the village. It's very Mad Max Fury Road. Like, the village starts falling apart, you know? I don't know if it's exactly like Mad Max. Kind of like...
The whole water
like
thing
She's like
Furiosa. Me.
Yeah?
The shapeshifter, the whole water.
This is the water constantly like assisting her and things like that.
Shit going on in this movie.
I love that, yeah.
You know, if you ever do shrooms and watch this movie, I guarantee you will enjoy it.
Yes. This is honestly, this is a movie that takes you on a ride, I will tell you. I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. The movie, because it has such a great flow to it. You're introduced to everything. There's a really big... you know, musical intro to everything, and then by the time the adventure starts, there's actually, like, action in this movie.
It's a lot of action going on.
There's more action in this movie than some of the other, you know, action movies we've watched previously on this show.
The Rock's in it. It's got to have action in it, right?
And people are so surprised. Hold on, I'm going to hit this lemon cookies here. Yeah, talk about The Rock.
Anyway, like I said, The Rock's in it. I love Dwayne Johnson. He kind of throws me off because he really gets, you know, sympathetic, and his character is like... kind of soft, but yeah, at the same time,
but is it because he speaks to us? Do you think? Like I was saying, he kind of like reminds me of like Uncle Rico in like Napoleon Dynamite. You know, like he got left on the island and he won the championship game back in the day.
I love that.
And now he's just kind of like living in that past glory. You know, like he's like, how much you want to bet I could throw this hook over the mountains?
That's not him. He's a demigod.
Well,
he doesn't live in the past.
Uncle Rico was a pretty talented guy too, you know.
That's true.
But people are surprised. They're like, "Did you think The Rock could sing?" The Rock brought you down to the SmackDown Hotel.
Holy cow!
I knew he could sing.
Weed etiquette is you should never leave it like a baby was on it.
Oh, you have a baby. You know better than I do what that's actually like. That honestly, it's half of that sweat. Like I was saying, it's very hot here.
But blame it on the sweat.
It's very true. It's and also because you're gonna see it, it's a little hard to hit, so you gotta be puffing on that decently. The box office was huge. $248 million. I was at Disney recently. All right with that?
248 million?
You're sucking on that like a baby on the bottle. What's going on? Well,
When,
248 million. No, it didn't
when.
make Frozen numbers, but I was really surprised. Like I went to Disney recently, and there's like kind of a minimal. I think she's like in like a parade or something, but like a little bit of a minimal Moana influence. I think there's definitely room to expand the Moana world.
There could be like a Moana 2.
Yeah. Did you like
grandma.
Moana or Coco more? Because we were having this conversation earlier.
No, I think I like Moana a little bit better, just because I'm not Mexican.
That, and I think it's something like my wife was saying that I've never
Not
experienced.
saying that any.
No, it's an enjoyable
It's just
movie.
'cause, like,
but in
it's
terms
more
of what
relatable
connects
to-
you
yeah,
to it.
you
Like
know.
I've never lost a person like you, like in Coco. You know, where like I would have people, but like not this. My wife doesn't think the same way, so it doesn't resonate with me. But like I was a beach baby. I was always a water baby.
were a beach baby?
Like my mom always used to say that. Like when I went here, you could hit this in the meantime. But when I went to the beach,
Do
I
you guys
was like
think he was a
Moana.
beach baby?
I was a little. I'm a Pisces. I was a little fish, you know. I was like the little baby Moana. I wore a shirt. I wasn't like little baby Moana all the time. Baby Moana's like not wearing a shirt sometimes. I don't know if they're gonna like digitally alter that in the future.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like with the internet you just can't. It's
So who's your favorite character?
well, I probably Maui. I have like even notes that I took
You
here.
keep talking about Maui. What about the grandma?
No, okay. Well,
The grandma was gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty seriously.
You missed the whole point,
I'm
right?
taking this pretty
Y'all agree with me,
seriously.
right? Gangster grandma. She was like, "Don't go out there."
Well, no,
She knew what was out there.
like go. She was like, "Don't go out there."
Well.
You know, she was like dealing the boats too. She had like the connect on the boat. She was like, "Yo, like, psh, what's up? Like, do you need to get off the island? I got the hookup. Like, I do illegal trafficking apparently." Which also like she was the queen of the island, but then she's like, "Oh, I'm just a crazy lady now." Like,
I just like
where's
their
the
hair.
respect? Where's the respect? But yeah, she's like dancing. It's all cool. How old is Moana in this movie? That's a note that I have here. Like, she literally, because she's a baby at the beginning, and then she's like, she's either 8 or she's 18 or she's 28. Like, she's somewhere in between.
I think she's all 4.
I think, no, well,
all
yeah.
4.
But she's probably like 16 or something. I mean, the actress that, I'm going to screw this up, Auli'i Cravalho.
Cravalho.
Auli'i Cravalho. What a beautiful, amazing job as Moana. Really carried the movie on her.
Auli'i Cravalho.
Oh, are you doing that thing like when I get pizza and I'm like mozzarella? I try to authentically say it
Because
I'm,
you gotta
part
respect
Italian.
the names. You gotta respect the names, like Alejandro.
Like Jermaine Clement as the monster in the Realm of the Monsters, which I have my biggest note of the whole movie here. Realm of the Monsters could have used like 3 to 5 more monsters. That's all I'm saying. If for a realm of monsters, it was like a reef of monsters, really.
Well, that's a coral reef.
know?
They have like their
That also
own
was-
monsters. They don't have like traditional monsters. They have like the monsters that come out and go, ah!
That scene was amazing.
Eat the
Yeah,
little
that
fish.
scene's so cool. It was like the neon mask. It was almost like the Birds of Paradise on an episode of Planet Earth or something like that. And then Jermaine Clement, who's doing like the David Bowie thing. It's almost like, it also reminded me of kind of like a Hedwig and the Angry Inch song. Like, I don't know if you ever seen that film, John Cameron Mitchell's. Sorry, I'm going back for the... Yeah, but really nice.
He's going through.
All these references that like it's a little something for everyone in this movie, that if you're a hesitant watcher of the Doobie Feature, maybe you watch this because you like the cannabis, or you're like us and you're like, I'm not watching Moana.
Why not?
That's
You
what
have
I
to
said.
watch Moana. If you haven't watched Moana, you should. I mean, if you have kids and you haven't watched Moana,
No,
you
that's
should be
not
ashamed.
that's impossible. That's an impossibility. If you
That
have
is an
children
impossibility.
who are between the ages of 0 and 6 in 2016, I'm sure you saw Moana 30 times. I'm sure you listened to that soundtrack and probably burned it when the
I know
kids
parents
forgot
who haven't
about
seen
it.
Frozen.
Yeah, they're lucky. That's like the new Titanic. It's like, yeah, I never saw Titanic. I've never seen Titanic like front to back, but Frozen.
Frozen, I
can see
have.
that.
Titanic, no.
Let
Moana,
it go, man.
50 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl likes it.
Girl and a boy.
They like it.
They love it. They
See,
love the movie.
And because you could be both characters. He could look at Maui, have something to look up to. She could look at Moana, still a strong personality archetype.
She was Moana for Halloween.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out. Don't
Garnered
watch. I
a
hope she's
lot
not
of
watching.
candy.
Yeah.
She know daddy likes her candy, you know. Speaking of a funny story, they always say, because, I obviously smoke a lot of weed, and they always hear me wrestling around in the middle of the night, and literally my daughter got up one night and was like, Daddy, Don't eat my chips for my lunch tomorrow. Oh, I said, baby, I'm not gonna eat your chips. I did.
My dad. It really made sense when my dad always ate the cookies that I left out for Santa.
Yeah.
Like he would pass out next to them.
Oh, he would?
Like crumbs on his mouth, you know, like he just couldn't make it very far, you know, long nights.
Dude, that's the best part. Like, you leave the cookies out and you just eat them, you know? And you eat them and
you're fooling yourself. I can't. I just have a dog and 2 cats. I don't have to leave. I trick them into everything.
You don't get them presents?
Yeah, I get them presents, but like I don't have to like trick them into. I kind of trick them into going out. I'm like, hey, you want to go out? And then like we go out, but like you gotta work them up into it, you know.
Yeah, they're not like kids.
I don't take them to Disneyland. Put it that way. We were talking about that too. Like, I'm not gonna take.
You could.
My dog?
If they were service dogs.
I mean, yeah, I could. Technically, he is a service dog, but like an LA service dog, you know. Now, I don't want to like impart him on Disney.
But how is he a service dog?
He's registered. We've flown on a plane with him.
Really?
Yeah.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you don't smoke too much weed.
You're amazed by this? No, we flew on a plane with him, and our good boy was so good. The stewardess said stewardess. Does anyone say that anymore? I'm sorry.
It's a flight attendant.
Flight attendant person said, I didn't know that you had a dog on the flight. It was a 5-hour-long flight. You probably should have been a little more observant, I think. Yes. There's a dog on your flight. Who's really wrong here, folks? Me or the flight attendant?
Which airline was it?
Virgin. Shout out. Not sponsored.
Shout out Virgin.
Which you could probably watch Moana.
Shout out this cool
on a
park,
Virgin
though.
flight.
Check it out.
It was on. Oh yeah, is that like one of the Skullboys?
Yeah, like the carbs right here, and you just hit it like this.
It's that easy, folks. It's got the one thing. I feel like the end of Moana wraps up a little too cleanly. Like I could have used another 5 minutes in the movie, and maybe it's just I want to spend more time with the characters.
I could have
honestly, but like I feel like they just wrap it up so clean. It's almost like Darren Aronofsky's Fountain at the end.
I kind of want it to be a little
regenerates
darker.
in the lady. Oh, that's pretty freaking dark if you think about it, dude.
Well, you know, I mean, speaking of which, they wrote the Princess. You know, they did the Princess and the Frog. Now that was kind of like a dark movie. You know what I mean?
Little Mermaid too.
I was just thinking they could have went like a little to the right with the movie. You know, instead
the movie
straight.
Even though like Tikal or what, Big Smoke Fire Demon is a very cool visually villain. Otherwise, the villain of the movie is just like basic entropy. So like you.
I mean, the dude with the cards and
the crab,
Chris and the Frogs, the Princess.
Oh no, yeah, the voodoo guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like Papa Shango, dude. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Now
the movie
that's what I'm talking about. That's memorable. You like
Moana in some way lacks a distinctive villain. But you couldn't just like put a face on that whole message, you know?
No doubt. It was a cool message.
And the message I think was like coming from inside and like finding your abilities and not just like fighting like a greater evil besides like the, you know, desecration of your entire life and island and way of living.
I just think it was like an American taco and not, you know,
a burrito supreme.
Exactly.
Well, you can't always get the sour cream, folks. If you want to talk to us about it, Instagram, just Gentile, at @just_Gentile on Twitter.
Or you can hit me at _ Derrick Scott. All right. And I love free weed.
Free weed. Hit the DMs. I'm the wingman here, sliding them that way.
JDDJ.
It could happen.
Choo.
Hit us up. See you guys next time.
Later.
Bye.